So hello. So Zianek, how old are you?
I am 45 years old.
How about Siama?
I'm also 45.
Oh, the same age.
Yeah.
And what does it feel like to be 45 years old?
A bit older than when I was 25. Yeah, I feel like there are benefits to being older, right? But yeah, feels good.
I think you have more knowledge when you're growing up than before, right?
True.
And how about Siama?
Yeah, definitely more life experience and more, maybe a little more wisdom, hopefully, than we had when we were younger.
Okay, so I'm in my 20s, and like as a young person, which advice would you like to give? Like, so if we are trying to achieve, what should we focus on in our life?
I would say trying new things. It becomes harder to try new things when you're older. So while you're still young, you should try new and different things.
So we have to take risks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. While you're still young, take lots of risks.
Oh, thank you. So how about Siama?
I would say think about the life that you want to have and think about what steps do you need to take to achieve your goals. So I think in your 20s, you have your whole life ahead of you. So you just think about, what do you want to do? What kind of person do you want to be? What kind of life do you want to have? What kind of family do you want to have? And then start practicing those like habits that you need to build to become the type of person that you want to be. It's good to start that when you're young and build those habits.
Yes, and I think it's the best period of our life because we are the most powerful, we had the most energetic. So, do you agree with me that it's the best period to achieve or accomplish our goals?
I think I would slightly disagree. I think your 20s are a great time to prepare, a great time to get some experience and some education. And I really feel like maybe there's too much pressure on people in their 20s to accomplish goals. I would much rather see someone in their 20s get what they need so that when they enter their 30s, they can begin like accomplishing some of their goals. And then once you hit 40, like I think that's when you really begin to like meet those life goals that you set out when you were 20. So like set those goals early in your 20s, work towards them, but don't set such high expectations that you will achieve anything significant while you're still in your 20s. I feel like that's when you should be preparing and getting experiences and education that you need for later in life.
So education is very important. That we should chase our education as first priority.
Yeah.
And how about Siama?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think your 20s are a really good time for preparing for what you want to achieve in life. You might not achieve much in your 20s, but if you're preparing in your 20s, then you're getting experience, and then in your 30s and 40s is when you
More comfortable.
hopefully, you can
Right.
achieve your goals. You'll be more confident if you have that experience that you've gained when you're younger.
Right.
And what is the biggest mistake or regret that you had when you were young? But you learned a valuable lesson from that, like, experience.
Yeah.
What will it be?
It's hard to say because I don't regret any of it. I think like we both married each other young, and we thought that was a great idea, and we're very glad that we did that. I think we waited a little too long to have kids, and so now that we're in our 40s, still having young kids, we don't have the same energy levels that we had in our 20s and 30s. So I think that would be the only regret is that we didn't start a family sooner.
So do you think we should get married first in our 20s?
I think if you find the person that shares your vision for life and your goals for life, and you find your partner then marry them and start a life with them. There's no need to wait. Some people won't find that person, maybe not till their late 20s, early 30s, and that's okay. But like we found each other early, so there was no need for us to wait to start a life together.
And how old were you like when you got married?
Do you want to answer that?
So actually, I was almost 20.
Not yet.
I was
20.
still 19.
And I was 20. But we had known each other since 14. Our families knew each other. We both sensed our like mission in life and what we wanted to accomplish, and we knew that we could do it together. And so it didn't make sense for us to wait until after university. But generally speaking, I think there's wisdom in waiting till after university. But I'm glad we didn't wait even those 2 years. I'm glad we married when we did.
So how about Siama? Do you have any regrets that you have and you learned a valuable lesson from it?
Yeah, I think when I was younger and even through my 20s, I cared a lot about what other people thought about me. And I think as I've gotten older, I've realized that it doesn't really matter what other people think about me. That I'm not so concerned about that. You get a little more confident in yourself, and you don't wonder if people like you or if people are, want to be your friend. You get confidence and you are friendly to everyone, and you don't worry about what people think. So I think that's one thing that has come with age.
So that's why I'm doing this. I had a plan to start a YouTube channel. So I care a lot about other people's opinion. So as you mentioned, try to care less what other people think of us. I think that we should live in our 20s, right, when we are young. So later we won't regret because we did it.
Right.
Okay.
The only thing I would change about what she said is I think you want to find people you respect, whose opinions you value, and like care about their opinion of you, right? People who will invest in you and help you become the person that you want to be. But for everyone else who might hate or who might not agree with who you want to become, ignore those voices. But I don't regret having mentors in my life who pushed me and challenged me, and whose opinions I very much cared about, and who working to be who they believed I could be helped push me to be a better me. So there's a balance. You have to find that balance of knowing who I am and who I'm going to become, and then finding people to help you become who you want to be, right? And listen to those voices and not so much the others that don't agree or don't believe in your vision of who you want to become.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, thank you. And so this is gonna be one last question. If you can could go back to your younger self, like my age, I'm 24, and if you could go back to your 24 years old self, and if you have one piece of advice to yourself, what would you say to Hein?
For me, I would tell my 24-year-old self, get as much education and experience as you can while you're still young. Because you can fail and you can bounce back and succeed when you're young. But once you get older, it becomes much harder to fail. Or when you do fail, it takes much more time to bounce back. So I think maybe I might tell my 24-year-old self, take a few more risks, try some new things, don't be afraid of failing. Because in your 20s is when you can fail, but you get into your 30s and then your 40s, you just can't. You have a family, you have kids, there's too much riding on your future to fail. But when you're young and you're in 20s, try new things. Some of them will work, some of them won't work, and learn from your mistakes, and don't repeat those mistakes, but don't be afraid to try new things.
Yeah. How about Siama?
I would say that's a good answer. I like that answer. But I would also add listen more and learn more from people who have more experience.
That's good.
I think sometimes being young and being in our 20s, you kind of think you know everything.
Right.
But I think if I had to go back, I would say listen more and like ask more questions to people who have more experience because they have a lot to teach. And that's part of the preparation and the like getting experience is seeing people who are ahead of you and learning from them. I think I would tell myself to do that more.
Right.
That's why I'm asking you.
That's good. Yeah, it's really good.
And I
You're
also
doing
like to share your message to the younger generation,
Nice.
so everyone can hear you.
Yeah.
I would definitely tell my younger self, be more humble. Like, being more humble will take you farther than being prideful. So,
Would you give any other practical advice to your younger self?
that. I think that's it.
That's it.
Okay, thank you for your time, and
Thank you.
Thank you.
I learned a lot today from you.
Our pleasure.
Okay.